the previous episode, Winston and I walked into the town of Stornoway, where we visited the water wheel and Lewes Castle, and went for a walk through the woods to the top of Gallows Hill. On the way back, we found some tree carvings, which I now know are from the story of the Gruffalo, and that was another day done as we continue on our biggest adventure to date.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations. Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. Myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time. And I know it so well, I will always be by your side. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
Good morning. Well, I say good morning, what time is it? It is 11:30. Bit of a different day today because I'm going on a bike ride. Now, stress on I'm, so me, singular. He's not coming. And the reason he isn't coming is because where I'm cycling to, the thing that I want to go see, isn't really suitable for his trailer because it's quite a main road and through a town. Although I'm okay with him being in his trailer on quiet roads, I don't want him in his trailer on a main road. Not only am I going to hold up a lot of people because traffic's just going to queue behind me because it's not going to be able to pass me, I don't think it's very safe for him to be in the trailer on that type of busy road. So he is staying here. He also had a very long walk yesterday. It was about 6 miles, or it was just over 6 miles actually. Now usually I max him out at 4 miles, but that's usually hiking when we're going up a hill. Yesterday was relatively fat, but still 6 miles is a lot for a 12-year-old dog. So I took him out this morning for a walk. He had a little wander around the block, and now he's just gonna sleep it off in the pod. It is quite warm today, not terribly hot. It's about 13, 14 degrees. So I've took the wrap off the pop top, opened the vents, and I've also set up this fan for him here just to keep it nice and cool inside here. I think it'll be fine. I'm sat in now and it's more than okay. It's not hot at all. And once the fan is on, the air's going to circulate lovely, so he'll be absolutely fine. I'm only going to be gone for about an hour and a half. Right, so I'm going to go and leave him to sleep. There's a cruise ship here, and it appears to be a big one. I'm kind of shocked, but then kind of not at the same time. I always picture the big cruise ships for things like the Caribbean and South Europe. Never really imagined them to come to the Outer Hebrides, but Stornoway is a major port, I suppose. Anyway, now I've got my breath back a bit. Let's continue on. World War I affected every family on Lewis and Harris. 7,000 men went away to war out of a population of just 35,000. By the armistice of 11th of November 1918, more than 1,100 men from the islands had given their lives. Proportionally, it was the heaviest loss in the country. On the 31st of December 1918, the people of the Outer Hebrides were looking forward to celebrating their first New Year of peace following the terrible losses of World War I, and many men were returning home on leave to visit their loved ones. But in the early hours of the 1st of January 1919, His Majesty's yacht Iolaire collided with rocks within yards of Stornoway harbour. It was carrying hundreds of Royal Navy reserves making their way home. Now, due to gale force weather conditions, help from the sea was impossible, and life-saving equipment from Stornoway took over 2 hours to arrive. Out of the 280 men that were on board, only 79 survived, and that was mostly due to the heroic efforts of John Finlay MacLeod of Ness, who fought his way to shore with a heaving line. A memorial was created by successive generations. A cairn of stones was created in the immediate post-war period, and in 2017 a formal memorial was erected comprising of a bronze wreath, a heaving line, and a list of the names of those who were lost. I have to say, I was coming down this path and I was reading all the boards on the way down, and I got quite emotional. By the time I got to that, my eyes were very watery, because it's heartbreaking, isn't it? Like, I know it's a long time ago and I know I don't know the people, but still, like, going away to service, coming home on leave, and losing your life on your doorstep, just crash. You know, it's just, you went through all that, you survived the war, and the loved ones as well. Like, imagine your family knowing that your son, your brother, your father, your husband, whoever, I don't know, I don't know if there was females at that time, but anyway, someone you love coming back from war, and you've been so excited to see them and so happy that they survived the war, only for them to lose their life back there. It's just, can't imagine it. I also can't imagine the mental torment that must have for the loved ones. I don't know what else to say. It's just, I'm trying to think, it's like, yeah, heartbreaking. But I'm glad they're remembered, because if that wasn't there, I wouldn't know about them. I wouldn't know about what happened that night. So I am glad that they have been remembered through generations. But I need to cheer myself up a little bit. Whew. Did find that really emotional, really did. Okay, let's go get some cake. Now, you may remember, I'm not quite sure how the edits are working out, so it might even be in this episode or it might have been in a previous episode, but I tried to go to the Hebridean Bakehouse at the last campsite. Google Maps said it was permanently closed, but I went anyway because they were still posting on their Instagram, so I thought it was an error, but I couldn't find it. However, I went on their social media and I found their address. Their address is actually in Stornoway, just in the town over here. So I'm going to cycle back that way and go and see if there is, in fact, a Hebridean Bakehouse in there, because I really want some of their cakes. They look delicious. So let's go see if we can find it on the way back. Okay, so I do continue to be very emotional. I'm not sure why, maybe it was the time of the month or something, but feel free to skip this bit if you prefer. Right, not to make this episode too sad or too sombre, I'm just leaving the bike here for a second. I'm gonna have a little walk in the cemetery, which probably is not something that you want to, it's definitely not a tourist spot on a travel vlog, but I have a thing about cemeteries because I often wonder if you could resurrect someone and say, okay, you can have a day or you can have a year or however long, what would you do with that time? And I use it to try and remind myself about how I want to live my life and what I want to do in my life. And I don't know why I'm crying, I'm sorry, it's a very, very emotional day. Yeah, and I use it as a reminder. We lose perspective of so many things. We get angry at trivial things. I get angry at trivial things. I spend time doing things that have really no benefit to me. I spend money on things that are just dead materialistic objects for the sole purpose of boosting my ego or giving myself a dopamine shot. It's absolutely pointless. I don't know, I think you understand the point I'm trying to make. So I'm going to have a little wander around and read some of the headstones. A lot of people say I'm very lucky to be able to do what I do, and I am. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that I've got 2 eyes, I can see, I've got 2 perfectly functional legs, I've got a fully functional body and brain. But I've also designed a lot of my life that isn't luck. So I designed my work around flexibility, and it's all done purposely so I could have the freedom to work and travel. And I've been designing this life for about 5 years. I've been living it for the past 2, and it's been great. But it didn't happen by chance. Although there is a lot of luck in it, you know, I'm lucky that I am able to do that work. I'm lucky that I am able to travel in a sense that I don't have a carer, I don't need an assistance. I can see, I can hear, I can read and speak English. I could probably go to most places in the world. I'm absolutely rambling, I don't know why, I'm so sorry. My snotting all over the camera. I'm very sorry, I haven't got a tissue. So I am very lucky in a sense. But I've also designed my lifestyle purposely because I don't want to end up in the ground without having seen or experienced all the things that there is to see and experience. I'm not going to get it all done. I am going to go and leave this earth with many things not ticked off my list, but I hope I can make a good enough dent. Okay, that's my little speech done. I'm going to stop blubbering. I'm going to have a little look, pay some respects. I'm not going to film them because I think that's disrespectful. But I'm going to have a little look before I hop back on my bike. Now, although it might not seem like it, I was actually having a very good day. But this vlog does need cheering up a little bit, so let's go see if we can find the Hebridean Bakehouse.
She was in love with a boy, in love with a girl, so in love with the world, so beautiful. She was in love with the night, the way the sun shines. All she needed was love to have to hold, and nobody could make her feel down. She was always smiling from ear to ear, and everybody wondered if would she ever know the feeling of tears? All she said to them was live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry, just get back up again. 'Cause if you wanna laugh, then live it better. If you want love, then stay together. If you wanna smile, then be forever She was the curious kind, to hate she was blind, always love on her mind, just come what may. She couldn't quite figure out what fear's all about, so she put it aside, all night, all day, and everybody talked about her, said there must be something wrong with this girl. All she said to them was live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry, just get back up again. 'Cause if you wanna laugh, then live it better. If you want love, then stay together. If you wanna smile, then be forever and nobody can make her feel down. She was always smiling from ear to ear, baby, and everybody wondered if would she ever know the feeling of tears? All she said to them was live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry, just get back up again. 'Cause if you wanna laugh, then live it better. If you want love, then stay together. If you wanna smile, then be forever
Right, I've got to put the bike away. Got to sort all this stuff out in the pod. Put that back to the seating area, but I'm absolutely starving. So I'm going to make some lunch first and then we can sort all this out. What do you think, Winston? That seemed like a plan. Oh, you can smell stuff. Let's make some food, eh? Need to make some food first. He's a good boy. It's spitting. Now, in the previous episode, I noted how Winston always wants to be where I am. And someone commented saying that it would be different if there was food around. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't. So as you can see, I've got a plate of food there on top of my fridge. Now, I had to go outside to sort some stuff out, so I told Winston to wait, and outside I went. Now, as you can see, Winston is more bothered about where I am, and he's looking to see where I am going, rather than paying attention to the full plate of food that is easily within reach of him. So, let's have some lunch. bike is done. So it is, you go back in, Winston. So it is tea and cake time. Tea and cake time, Winston. Yay! Oh, it's so exciting. So which one would you have first? Would you have the cinnamon bun? Would you have the dime cookie? Would you have the lotus biscoff donut? Or would you have this chocolate brownie? I'm not sure what type it is. I can't remember whether it was Malteser or Toblerone, but that's white chocolate, so I'm not sure. Anyway, a very tasty brownie. So which one would you have? I'm going to go for this one, simply because it's the biggest and I'm greedy. Right, so I've got to quickly nip to Tesco for our click and collect order. It's just down the road, so it'll be about 5 minutes. I've also got to throw this bread out because it's gone mouldy. I'm not happy about it. I don't like wasting food. My bike is not on the roof, so we can get that down. And I can't do it with one hand. Done it with one hand, get rid of that. Okay. Oh, didn't shut the door properly. It's hard doing all this stuff with one hand. Key and all. Wait for the little coil to go out. And we're on.
I met an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out an old pen and wrote something for me. He kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. Now you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got. Searching for glory. I took out an old pen and wrote in my story. Then I kept walking on down the road. When the time is up, it's time to go. I pray he reads what's on the note and takes to heart what I wrote. for the answers, and you'll find what you've got. When you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.
So I have really enjoyed the past few days. Now, I don't know if it's because the weather has been a lot better. I don't know if it's because I just had a nice walk and had a nice bike ride, and just generally the days went well and they were relatively problem-free. I don't know if it's because I had cake, and maybe I'm still a little bit high off all the sugar and cinnamon, but I just feel happy, I suppose. I feel full on the inside. Content, I think that might be a word. But yeah, I just feel good. Now, I'm just about to get into bed, and I'm going to respond to as many of your YouTube comments as possible before it's time to turn the lights out. And I've got someone down here. I don't know if you can see, but he's wanting to go to bed. He's telling me that it is bedtime. So yeah. So I will leave you here, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow.